sometimes on YouTube, when there's a discussion going on, or an argument, or different people's opinions are being placed against one another, and there's a quest for a kind of truth, or a quest to a resolution of those kind of differences, people will often say, you guys should have a debate, let's sort this out in a live debate, and then we'll see what's true. But debate doesn't solve those kind of things. Debate is not about the establishment of a certain kind of truth. I mean, it's a really, really poor tool for the establishing of the supremacy of one idea over another. You know, there is no empirical field, no scientific field, no decent philosophical field that resolves its differences through live debate. It just doesn't happen. I mean, what live debate does have uses, and particularly in something like politics, and in most politics these days is founded, at least superficially, on the idea of the live debate. In the UK, the House of Commons is the place where debates happen, but in many cases they're kind of theatrical events, to be honest. But the idea that you're sorting out something is just not the case. No, debates are a place for rhetorical flourish, therefore the powers of being able to express oneself, to express one's ideas in a way which is superior to the way that your opposition can express their ideas. It's not about the ideas themselves, it's about one's ability to express them and sell them. It's effectively salesmanship. It's a public relations exercise, and the person with the best capacity to express certain ideas is the one that tends to come out on top. And you can really see that in the debates that are clearly, well, the ones on YouTube. I mean, I'm just thinking back to the one between Ray Comfort and Thunderfoot, for example. I mean, I don't think there's any serious doubt about which is the strongest ideas there, you know, really. But let's face it, Ray Comfort was a better debater. I mean, to the extent that it was a debate at all. Ray Comfort was better at it. He came out on top because he was able to play the debate game better than Thunderfoot was. Thunderfoot is better at, you know, has a better command of ideas. His ideas are stronger in the great marketplace of ideas, a great environment of ideas. There's no doubt his ideas are stronger. But in a debate, it's Ray Comfort was better at it. And that's a real shame, and that's the real weakness of debate. What debate is good at, as I say, is rhetorical flourish, firework displays of people being able to demonstrate their oratory, their capacity to put good frame around things, to be able to sound convincing. You know, it's a performance skill, really. And quite a lot of debates, both historically and contemporaneously, are theatrical events, not really attempts to resolve anything. I suppose I'm thinking back here to the Leary-Liddy debates, which followed Watergate. These are kind of staged debates between Timothy Leary and Gordon Liddy, who was one of the people behind the Watergate break-in. You know, so one was on the left, one was on the right, broadly speaking. And so there were these highly theatrical political debates, but there was no attempt there. There was no sense that one person was going to win out, that one set of ideas was going to win out. No, you went along to see the debate. It was, as I say, a piece of performance. And the modern ones you see, you know, the ones with William Lane Craig or Christopher Hitchens when he was alive, and to a certain extent Dawkins, although to his credit I think Dawkins tends to stay out of those. But other people don't. You know, people do get into these debates. And I think people watching those things a lot of the time, judging by the comments on YouTube, really feel that this is where knowledge is being thrashed out. And it's not where knowledge is being thrashed out. It's where the kind of politics of agreement and the politics of tribalism are being resolved. That's what's happening in those things. No one ever arrived at a truth by debating it. You arrive at truth by other kinds of processes, much more prosaic, drawn out processes of testing and verification and falsification and discussion and conversation and the formation of, you know, all those kind of much more well, much less theatrical and much less performative kind of processes, really. No, debate is terrible for that. So the idea that people who've got some sort of disagreement would get into the ring together and thrash it out once and for all, and that would be a means of establishing truth. It's just so misguided. And I guess it's because many people on YouTube just don't know how knowledge works. I mean, that's how I have to conclude, that anybody would think the debate would be a good method of arriving at truth. If you think that, you don't know how knowledge works, and yeah, and you just think it's a battle. But that's confusing rhetoric with argument, and that is really different. Anyhow, that's what I think. And that's where I'm going.